Hello everybody, welcome back to Eau Brink studio. If you're hearing any sort of weird noises in the background, it's the wind getting underneath the things on the roof. So it does sound a little bit spooky, but it's fine. This month's challenge, I'm sorry this video is a little bit late, but with everything reopening and the announcements and everything, I've got a little bit behind getting everything ready. So I'm sorry, but here I am anyway, and hopefully you'll enjoy what I've got to show you. This month's challenge we are looking at making memories from old things that we have kicking about, or from a photograph, or anything that might inspire a memory. So if you've got some old clothes, so like you might have an old jumper that you've worn for years and years, big baggy one by now because it's been washed to death, you don't want to get rid of it because of the memories that it evokes. You may have some linen that you've not been wanting to get rid of for whatever reason, or children's clothing, or husbands or dads or whatever. And many people make memory bears and things like that from these items, which is really lovely. But because I don't make soft toys if I can help it, I like to do other things with old stuff. So I'm just going to show you some of the things that I have and just sort of briefly run through what we can do with them, and then there'll be a series of videos following on from that, demonstrating them. So this is just like a little quickie just to get you in the mood really. I'm just going to move the camera up so that you can actually see what I'm doing and reverse the view, because I want to show you these lovely linens that I've got and just give you a brief thing of what we can do with them, and then I will show you how to print with one to get the pattern. Okay, so just bear with me while I move you. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn the camera around, or not, as the case may be, and then I'm bringing you up here and I'm adjusting it. Ignore the messy studio. So here are the beautiful linens. This particular piece here is made from cotton, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to use this to print. Many years ago, these would have been used on dressing tables and trays and things like that. You can still get them in charity shops and specialist linen places. They are gorgeous, aren't they? So that's the thing that we're going to print with today. This piece here, as anybody who's been here will know, is one of my favourite things. And this is French hemp sheeting. And they're very difficult to get hold of now, very expensive too all of a sudden, and I think that's because us Brits love it. And you'll know if it's genuine if it hasn't got a monogram on it. It will have this seam that's been hand stitched right the way down the middle. So to make a double sheet, they will have stitched two of these together. So all we do is undo it. The other thing that we have on here is a big patch somewhere, if I can find it. So bear with me just a minute when I find the big patch. They're very heavy as well, which is another thing. If you're going to wash them and you want them to be nice and soft, chuck them into the washing machine and then put them in the tumble dryer. If you don't want them soft, just give them as washed as normal. So you see, because these were so expensive, they would have patched them where they needed to. They never got rid of them. And this is how you know that they're genuine, and also they get very thin and holy. So that's one thing. This is an old sheet. It's not hemp, but it is an old sheet. And you can see again, somebody has sewn two pieces together and it's hand stitched. So you can just undo that. This one is very, very thin now. Another beautiful piece. So here again we have some more tray cloths. This one's been crocheted, and you can get a pattern from that if we print with it, which is lovely. And this set here with the big butterfly, you'll find lots of these old linens which can be used for all sorts of things. These are not quite as old, but I think they're probably from my childhood at some point. You would have seen these. I've probably made these myself in the past. But again, they're pretty and you can do a lot with them. old tray cloths with beautiful embroideries on them. You can tell if they're hand embroidered because of the backs. They're not as perfect as the fronts, but near enough. I've already seen those, already seen that. These, again, beautifully embroidered. And you can tell again that that's not been done on a machine, that's been done by somebody by hand. So these would make nice book covers. You could do some little bags with these rounder shaped ones. They would make nice lavender bags and things like that to give as gifts to people. Then we have these old tablecloths. I don't know if I can get you to see that. See how beautiful that is? The way that's embroidered on there. And actually I think that's the back, not the front. No, it is the front, the back. The front, I mean, sorry. This is the back. Can you see? They are gorgeous. And this one again, it can be used for printing. So we could print that design through that. Old handkerchiefs that have got embroiders on them. Embroiders? What sort of English is that, Anita? So pretty. I've seen that one. And another tray cloth here. So this is just with old linens and things that we can do with them. So while you're looking at that pretty tray cloth, I'm just going to show you one of the things that I like to use are thermofax screens. And Alison, if you're watching this, I've just found another one of yours here. It's definitely not mine, so I think you must have left it last time along with the other two. So this is a rigid screen. The thermofax screens, you have to print them the side where it says this side up, otherwise they don't work. And basically the pattern's etched into the screen, so you can use them over and over again. They're brilliant things. This is one of my favourites. It's from a photograph that I had taken at Oxborough Hall, and then had it turned into a thermofax screen. You can get them done online. You just send them a picture, they'll give you guidelines. So these are Alison's that she left here last time. I don't quite know how they got left here, but they did. And I'm very sorry, Alison. Or you can go to a company that sells these as well. I'll just quickly do that so you can have a quick see of who it is. They've got quite a few on there. Very pretty, very whimsical, some of those. And then when you have screen printed or used your materials onto your fabrics, this is a print that belongs to Alison again. Seem to be promoting your stuff, Alison, here. This is one of Alison's that we tried out when she last came, and I haven't done anything with it as yet because she wasn't sure whether it would work, but it clearly does. So this is the hemp, and this is acrylic paint which is mixed with fabric medium, and we've printed it onto here, and it's just waiting for me to sew. But to give you an idea of what it would look like as a picture, we just pop that on there, cover that side up so you can't get distracted. So you see how that changes that completely. We now have a picture of a gate, and it's just screaming to be stitched. So this is just some of the ideas that we can do. And I am now going to show you how to print onto a piece of fabric and a piece of paper or card using one of these textiles. So I have my drop cloth, I have my piece of cotton, and now I have my piece of linen. I'm having a few issues here with my paint that is insisting on drying, even though I haven't got my heating on. So in these circumstances, I'm using a brush instead of a roller. The rollers do work, but sometimes it's a bit awkward on a hot day or if it's too warm, or if you're rushing, because that doesn't help either. And I'm not looking for solid pattern here. What I'm looking for is an impression. From this piece. See? So it's not the perfect pattern of that. I'll show you that. But it is an impression of it, which is what I want, because I don't want a full copy of that. So I'll just go and put this over here now. Over the sink to dry. So that's one way of using them. You can make some very nice prints from them, and of course you're not cutting it up, so I'll leave that out because I'm going to use it again. So to get a thermofax print, if we take this little handkerchief, I just zipped it away quickly to give it a quick iron. So using a thermofax screen, we just get one of these. I think I might just use this one, mainly because the lovely Alison, I think will be pleased to see it in use. Okay, so this side up, she says, always do it the side it says this side up, always. I haven't got any fabric medium on this, I'm literally just using it straight from the pot, as they say. And there's no expensive equipment here either. I am using an old card. So hold the top, bring your paint straight down, to get your design. To work. Okay, lift that off, and there we have it. These need to be washed straight away, so bear with me while I just go and wash this. So there you go. Now you have memories using linens in a way that they're stenciled onto or used as a stencil. So give it a go, but if you don't have any of those linens, don't worry, because the next video will be about cards that you may have kept. So keeping cards, some of us do, they have a special memory to us, or postcards, which is another one where we've been somewhere and we've really loved the place that we visited and we want to go back but haven't been able to, so it would be quite nice to do something with that memory too. So I hope you enjoy it. Sorry about all the ums and ahs if there's lots in here, but that's just me. Take care. See you soon. Bye.